Yes, George. Mr. Baxter's holding the job open for you with the construction company. Now, you go down there and get it.
Yeah, but honey, shoveling sand into a cement mixer, why, that ain't my line of work. You see, I'm more the executive dictaphone button-pushing type.
You go down there and see Mr. Baxter and get that job. He's only holding it for you because he's an old friend of my family.
Well, honey, I just can't go busting in there and start throwing sand around. I got to have references, and it'll probably take me 2-3 weeks to get somebody to referend a good word for me.
You get up and get going. I've already told Mr. Baxter all about you.
And he's still willing to hire me, huh?
Look, George, this is the showdown. You're going to go to work, earn a living, and start acting like a responsible, respectable family man. And if you don't bother coming back here.
Well, honey, being you put it to me in that sentimental manner, I guess I'll have to go. I'll see you later.
Andy, I'm glad to see you've gotten this job with the insurance company.
Yeah. You know, Amos, you're making a real smart move getting this college education policy for Arbadello.
Well, it's really a good thing, you know, Andy.
Yeah. My papa had got one of these for me. I would have been going to college when I was 17 if I'd have been out of grammar school.
Yeah, well, I'll send you a check for the first premium.
Thanks, Amos.
How's the insurance business been going?
Oh, good. I've been on the job a month now and already sold 2 policies.
Yeah, to who?
You and me. But I got some more calls to make. I'm going over to Kingfish's place now.
Glad to hear that.
Yeah, well, thanks again, Amos. I got to get going. See you later.
Well, so long, son, and good luck.
Thanks.
Now, this'll be your job, Stevens. You shovel sand from this pile into the cement mixer.
Oh, that's fine, Mr. Baxter. I'll go shop around for a shovel. I remember a pretty good shovel store up in Connecticut.
You don't have to buy a shovel. We give you one. Now, how about getting to work?
This all-day job?
You put in a full day. 8 to 5, you work.
8 to 5. Well, what's the odds if I don't work?
Look, Stephen, your wife told me you'd try to weasel your way out of this job, but she gave me strict instructions not to let you. Are you going to start now or in the morning?
Well, 9 o'clock now, and you quit at 5. The day pretty well shot. I'll see you in the morning.
So glum, George. You like your job after you get started.
That's what I afraid, honey. I afraid I get to like the job so well and stay there year after year and never leave. First thing you know, I in a rut. And that ain't good for a man.
George, you won't be there long. You'll move on to a better job.
Well, then it seems silly to get settled in this and then have to leave right away again. Why not wait until a better job show up?
Whether you like it or not, you're going to work and be a respectable family man. Which reminds me, I got a surprise for you.
What's the surprise?
Andy's coming over, and you're going to buy a life insurance policy from him.
A life insurance policy?
Yes. That's just in case something happens to you. This is just part of my plan to make you a good provider.
Well, honey, it's a good idea, but I just don't have the money for the premium.
I thought about that. You can pay the premium out of your first week's salary. After all, it's for the future.
You mean I shovel sand in that cement mixer all week to get money to give to Andy so you can collect when I... The only future in that don't include me.
Oh, that must be Andy now. Excuse me.
Hello, Sapphire. It's Brown from Crown with the best policy in town.
Come in.
Thanks. Hi, Kingfish. How's Tricks?
I don't know. I ain't done none lately.
I'll leave you 2 boys alone to talk business.
Well, Kingfish, I got all the papers for your insurance, right?
Andy, you just wasting your time. I ain't got the money for to pay the premium.
I'll pay it.
Whole amplifier. Andy, you picked the worst day of my life to come around. Sapphire making me take a job. And I starts tomorrow morning heaving sand all day.
Oh, cheer up, Kingfish. Just sign the application and we goes right down to the doctor for the physical examination.
Now, look here, Andy.
Sign the application.
Sign the application. Get a job. Andy, I sitting in the electric chair and Sapphire standing right beside the warden yelling contact.
Well, Mr. Stevens, there's just one more thing we want to find out.
I get poked and prodded, blood pressurized. Now what?
Well, if you'll just step over here on the scales. I want to find out how much you weigh.
Yeah, work like a horse and get weighed in like a jockey.
204 pounds. You're a little heavy. You must have a pretty good appetite.
Oh, yeah, everything I eat go right to my stomach.
Well, your general health's pretty good, Mr. Stevens, but you are a little overweight. Now, before I can pass you for insurance, you're going to have to go on a diet. Take off about 25 pounds.
Go on a diet, huh?
Yes, no bread, no sweets, no potatoes. I have a diet I prescribe for my patients.
Yeah, breakfast. Small piece of dried toast. 1 sliced fig, 2 tablespoonfuls of yogurt. How long I got to live on this?
Oh, about 3 weeks should do the trick.
3 weeks? I don't know if I can do it.
Well, it's up to you. But say I have to catch a train. I'm going out of town for a few weeks. Now, you get on your hat and coat. I'll talk to Mr. Brown on my way out.
Hi, Doc. Is everything all right?
I'm afraid not. Mr. Stevens isn't insurable.
Ain't insurable.
It's too bad he didn't come to me sooner.
Sooner?
It's a crime when a healthy man like that lets himself go that far. Now he'll have to pay for it.
Pay for it?
I gave him a special diet, but I think he's too weak. I don't think he'll last 3 weeks.
Won't last 3 weeks. Hey, Doc.
Well, Andy, did Doc tell you the news?
Yeah. Kingfish, I can't believe it.
Well, Andy, I guess it's my own fault. I lived it up too much and it done caught up with me.
Don't give up so easy, Kingfish.
It ain't no use, Andy. I don't think I'll last the 3 weeks.
I don't believe what that doctor say. I know lots of fellas been told they only had a couple of weeks to live and they're still kicking around.
Live? What are you talking about?
Oh, don't try to make no secret of it, Kingfish. The doctor told me when he went out that he didn't think you'd last 3 weeks.
Did the doctor say what's wrong with me?
No, he just said you couldn't be insured. What is it, Kingfish?
Andy, I'd rather not say.
You really think?
Oh, yeah, Andy. I have an attack. Andy, don't say nothing about it to Sapphire. She expect me to go on that job in the morning, and I don't want to let her down.
Kingfish, you can't go to work when you only got 3 weeks to live.
Andy, I hadn't thought of that. I work 3 weeks, and they pays off once a month, and I missed the paycheck by 1 week. Oh, the disappointment of it all.
Come on, Kingfish, I'll take you home.
Yeah, Andy, give me your arm. No, Andy, I got to conserve my strength. Carry me, Andy.
All right, Kingfish.
There it is, Sapphire, right on the calendar.
Oh, George.
Dry your tears, honey. We got to face the facts. I done marked out my time here. 3 weeks. Beginning today and ending here.
Oh, George.
D-Day. D for departure. So I hang it up on the wall there, honey. Where I can keep my eye on it. Oh.
Oh, George, you're so brave.
Well, no use in messing up the enjoyment of my last few hours. Got to keep the chin up. Carry on. Good show. Tip, tip, and all that stuff.
Well, didn't the doctor give you a prescription or anything?
Well, like Andy told you, he gave me a diet.
Well, what can you have to eat?
Well, first day, breakfast. Filet mignon, medium rare with mushrooms. Lunch, fried chicken and candied yams. Dinner, broiled lobsters and strawberry and cream for dessert.
Are you sure that's what he wants you to eat?
Yes, darling. That's what he called the last chance diet.
Well, George, you can have anything you want. Anything. There you are, George. Did you enjoy that?
That was very good, honey. But the next time, put a little more wild rice on the squab.
Anything else I can get you?
Honey, I just laying here thinking. I'd like to have a television set in here so I could look at it while I'm fading away.
Well, I'd like to get you one, George, but I just don't have the money. Oh, that must be Andy.
Let him in, honey. Andy, money.
Go right in, Andy.
Hi, Kingfish.
Read my temperature for me, Andy.
Oh, below zero. Kingfish, you icing up.
Oh, Andy, I'm having another attack. Oh, sit down a while and watch me suffer. Oh, they're getting worse.
Is there anything I can do for you, Kingfish?
Yeah, Andy. Hand me that pad and pencil over there.
Sure, Kingfish.
Oh.
There you is, Kingfish.
Thank you, Andy. I want you to write something down for me. My last will and testimonial.
Kingfish.
To whom it may concern, I, George Stevens, being sound of mind and lately deceased, bequeath and donate my estate. Party of first part, hereafter known as Andrew H. Brown.
Oh, Kingfish.
I give and hand over my solid gold-plated railroad-type watch, easy worth $500, to the aforesaid Andrew H. Brown, my good friend and bosom companion.
Oh, Kingfish.
Andy, I just realized what a terrible thing I doing to you, leaving you this watch.
What's that?
The inheritance tax. Andy, if I inherit this watch to you, the government gonna bracket you with a 50% inheritance tax on this $500 watch. And that's $250.
$250?
Andy, I can't do this to you. I want you to have the watch. I'll tell you what I do. Then we get around the inheritance tax this way. I sell you the watch now for $150, and that saves you $100 in the hereafter.
Kingfish, I don't really need no watch right now, and
Andy, I having another attack. Andy, you better act now and save yourself $100.
All right, Kingfish. I'll do it.
It was a nip and tuck all the way until the local club fell apart in the last of the 8th. And that's the sports page for the day. Now for the human interest story of the day. In St. Louis, the friends of the late Augustine Wingate banded together and collected $1,000 for a memorial portrait of the financier. An artist has been commissioned to do the painting, which will be unveiled on the occasion of a...
$1,000 memorial painting. And Andy, I think the memorial painting should be hung right there behind my chair in the lodge hall to fill the void that I done left behind.
Yeah, that'll cover up that hole in the wall there pretty good.
Andy, I'm glad you like the idea. That's the reason why I appoint you chairman of the George Stevens Memorial Picture Painting Collecting Committee.
I'd rather not.
Andy, I done that because I want to go down in your memory as a kind and generous man. And that's the way the picture gonna show me. My smiling countenance etched indelicately in oil, and hanging in the lodge room as an inspiration for the other lodge brothers to carry on.
Well, they carry on pretty good whether you there or not. How much has I got to collect for this oil paint picture?
$1,000.
1,000?
Well, Andy, that's pretty reasonable. Now, if you went out and had a picture painted by Rembrandt or Pistachio or one of them fellas, it'd probably cost you $100,000 or $200,000.
Yeah, but they're dead.
Andy, that's just the point. The fella I got in mind to paint this picture is about to go down in prosperity. So he's willing to cut rate the price while he's still here.
But Kingfish, now listen. All right, I'll do my best.
Well, Mr. Calhoun, you're in pretty good shape.
Oh, thank you, Doctor. I'm so glad to hear that. Thanks.
You know, Mr. Brown's selling quite a bit of insurance. You're the 5th prospect I've examined for him.
Well, you see, Doctor, I didn't want the same thing to happen to me like what happened to the Kingfish.
Kingfish?
Yeah, you remember George Stevens. He's a heavy-set, bald-headed fella. The same fella you said they didn't have but 3 weeks to live.
3 weeks to live?
Yeah, 3 weeks to live, poor boy, and his time's up tomorrow.
You must have your story wrong. I put him on a diet for 3 weeks to take some weight off.
Doctor, you know who I'm talking about, don't you?
Yes?
And ain't nothing wrong with him?
No, of course not. A little overweight. Is he still following his diet? I didn't think he'd last 3 weeks on it.
Last 3 weeks on a diet. So that's what it is. And I chipped in. I've been chumped. Excuse me, Doctor. I gotta be a sick friend.
Mrs. Stevens?
Oh, Doctor, I'm so glad you're back. I want to talk to you about my husband.
Yes, and I'd like to talk to you about him, too.
Who's that?
It's me, Kingfish. Can I come in?
No, you can't come in now, Andy. I haven't a spell. All right, Andy. You can come in now. I'm through spelling.
Hello, Kingfish.
Oh, Andy.
I knocked on the outside door and didn't nobody answer, so I come right in.
That's okay, Andy. How the collection coming?
Oh, yeah. Well, all I could raise was $31.22.
Well, Andy, the artist was expecting a little more than this.
Well, I did the best I could.
But here's the picture. You can hang it up in the lodge hall. Pretty good likeness, huh?
Looks like a map of the subway system. Who did this?
Me.
But you said you was going to have an artist to paint this as we go down in prosperity.
Well, Andy, after tomorrow, I won't be prospering around here no more.
Not Kingfish?
Oh, Andy, the sands of time is drizzling out on me. Look at the calendar there. And I know you can't be angry with a man who's facing D-Day.
I guess not. Oh, I got something down in the car that the Lodge brothers sent you. Sapphire ain't here. It'd be all right if I leave you alone for a minute?
And he ain't got a thing to worry about until tomorrow.
Hi, Andy. Where the Kingfish?
He's in the bedroom. Go in there and keep him company for a few minutes.
Yeah. Kingfish? You give me back my $3.
Oh, what $3?
The $3 I chipped in on that memorial picture, that's what $3.
It's in safe hands.
Kingfish, I don't want to hear no talk about no safe hands. I want to feel my money in my hands. I just come from the doctor's office and he say you ain't sick at all.
Oh?
Kingfish, you is dirty, that's what you is. You not only jip your honest friends, you is now jipping me, Algonquin Jenkins. Kingfish, I'm gonna tell everybody what you done, then you really gonna be sick.
Now, wait a minute, Calhoun. I just as glad as you is that the doctor made a mistake and I ain't sick.
Kingfish, you give me back my $3.
Calhoun, let me be the first to return it to you. Here you is, son.
Now, yeah, that's better. Around here jipping people out their money. And another thing, Kingfish, I just thought of something. You've been telling everybody that tomorrow D-Day. Now, what's gonna happen when D-Day come and you ain't D?
Oh, well, I'll think of something.
Yeah, you better.
Here he is, Kingfish. The sorrowful brothers of the lodge. Bon voyage, wherever you're going.
Thank you, Andy.
Oh, that's all right, Kingfisher. Hey, what you doing with your hat on?
Oh, Andy, did you, hear them old-time Westerners what died with their boots on?
Yeah.
Well, I come from a clan that died with their hats on.
Hey, what's this suitcase doing here?
Well, I tell you, Andy, it's like this.
Hey, you all dressed.
Oh, and my clan died with their clothes on. Formal to the end.
Kingfish, you going someplace.
Andy, I didn't want to tell nobody, but I got to thinking, and I thought it'd be the decent thing to spare my friends my last moments. So I'm going to pack up here, and I'm going away where I can fade away private like.
Yeah. Where you going?
Tombstone, Arizona.
Say, Kingfish, if you's fading out, what is you taking these swimming trunks along for?
But now, Andy, in these fading cases, a man never knows what direction he's going in. It's just a chance that he might end up in a hot climate. Want to do a little swimming.
Now, look, Kingfish.
Andy, I think it's best this way. I don't want to see the sadness on your face, but I take off to apply for membership in the big lodge hall in the sky.
Yeah, well, I guess it's better this way.
Well, so long, old pal. Au revoir. Till we meet again, someplace, somewhere.
Yeah, and somehow. Yeah, but how are we going to know when it happens?
Well, Andy, when it happens, I'll send you a telegram.
Oh, yeah, thanks.
Oh, George. How are you, George? Do you feel worse?
Oh, much worse. Oh.
Well, George, there must be something we can do for you. Let me call the doctor.
Oh, no. Oh, don't call the doctor. Then nothing can be done. Ain't you putting him to that trouble.
It's no trouble, you big phony. He's right here. Doctor? Doctor? Here's that big faker. You just did this to keep from taking that job.
Now, Sapphire,
Just
baby.
a moment, Mrs. Stevens. Your husband is in serious condition.
Really? What's wrong with him?
Look at his vest. What has he been eating lately?
Lobsters, strawberries and cream, baked Alaska, pastry.
Why, he was overweight when he came to my office 3 weeks ago. He must have put on 40 pounds since then.
Doctor, is that bad?
Bad. Bad. With all that weight?
Doctor, what'll I do? Can't you do something for me?
Well, yes, I think I have just a prescription for you. Here, start that first thing in the morning.